This is somebody that works a full-time job. This is not his lifestyle. He just wants to be in shape. So how can I take somebody and make sure that we continue to have range of motion, which is longevity? You know, as an athlete, you start getting stiff as you get older and less motion, and then suddenly years on years pack on.
So the box forces your depth, and then you're making him hold that position of depth for stability. What's the thought process behind kind of almost the pause down there in that stretched open position?
Most people will do a squat and they'll move through it quickly, and there's not a lot of mind to muscle. And so you'll see guys year after year going in, but there's no leg development. So I'm slowing him down to a speed where there's 100% leg development, no explosion, and he's isolating and flexing those fibers as he's training. Makes it that much harder, but also you don't need to use as heavy weight, and you can stay injury free.
I like the part you said now about the heavy weight. So basically you're restricting the momentum, kind of taking all of the, say, explosive power out of it and really maximizing gravity, because you're sitting there at the bottom and then you're taking a lighter load that actually feels heavier because you've taken the momentum out.
Exactly. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little switch up now.
Okay.
Now, you're an athlete, so you understand box squats are usually used for down, and they rock into position and then rock out. Or go down and touch and then explode up.
Okay.
So I changed it a bit for what, for me and the people I train around the world would do, is to come down in still a controlled state of sitting, but still flexing the muscles, but a moderate relax, and then a flex out of the bottom instead of an explosion.
Gotcha.
And that for a couple reasons. One is I don't want the torque on the body as you get older and older and older. Second thing is I have found true explosion comes off of that relaxation into motion instead of continuously using motion.
Gotcha.
You're a fullback.
Yep.
At no point did you come from a moving position when they hike the ball. You come from a dead stop.
Right.
And that's what I'm trying to teach these guys.
Anything position of the bar on an athlete's back. So where you have it placed on Bryce's back, would that change for what you're trying to teach here? Would that bar position change, or do you want it more of a low box or a low bar squat?
For this, I would go low bar.
Okay.
You can go high bar, but it changes things because right now we're going such a good depth with a wide stance, which I'm trying to help him develop the glutes and hamstrings. I know most people think a squat is quad. It's actually the hamstrings and glute if done correctly, in mostly this position here. So we'll do this again, but we're gonna take it down, we're gonna pause for a second, and then you're gonna be able to see the muscles firing as he comes up instead of that explosion.
Good. So we'll shoot it from the side. We're gonna give you guys all the angles you want so you can see exactly what Mike is talking about. You're gonna see a hamstring glute dominant squat versus a quad dominant squat, which we will get to in the end, right?
Yes, we will. All right, Brycey. Okay, down. What we're gonna do here is pause, hold, flex slow out of the bottom. There you go, there you go. Nice. Do it again. Down. Stay there. Back up. Nice. Nice. You can see the fibers through. Keep going. Two more. Hold. Up. Nice. One more. Take it down, take it down, take it down. Up slowly. Now in this one, Bryce, I want you to show the people an explosion. So go down, pause for a second. And when I tell you, I want you to explode up. Boom! There you go. Walk it in. Relax, relax.
Well, why'd you tell them last one to explode versus the first ones when you were just kind of setting them in? Was that just for the people at home to kind of show the difference in thought process?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just so they can actually see. Because anytime you do something like this, it's like, why do you always use the box? Well, a couple reasons. It's showing you that's a 12-inch box, and especially for you, are a big boy. And so this is actually even a little too low for you.
Yeah.
But we love range of motion, and we love pushing it.
Well, we like the challenging part of it.
Exactly.
And we've had, you're 6'2.5", almost 6'3". We've had 6'3", 6'4" guys on this same level box. We've had shorter guys. So again, it's gauging your depth, but it's consistency, what you're hitting over and over and over and over again.
And then with this, you can see the fibers, the muscles just shaking and moving through the first 4 or 5 reps. And what we'll do is we'll just do 5 sets of 5 or 7 sets of 5 in that range as we're training. We do keep the reps lower the majority of the time, but we still, like you know, we still hit the high reps as well at every 2 or 3 weeks.
I'm gonna challenge y'all. Go in reverse mode. Go look at those first couple reps where Bryce was slow and controlled and coming out of the box, and look at the fibers kind of twinging in the legs, and then watch the fibers when he burst out on the last one. You're gonna see the dynamic of the muscle working so much more severely when it's slow and controlled, pressing through the muscle, versus when you just pop out of the hole. Because when you pop out of the hole, there's low back involved, there's upper back involved, there's calves, there's so many other things involved that are taking strain and stress off those thighs. So you'll see the difference in those 2 different types of movements.
All right, we're gonna try one more here. Going down. All right. Pick it up strong, step back strong, everything. Good, step back. Now force those knees out even further. Let's go. Down, hold, up, again. Up, again. There's 3. We're gonna go 2 more. Good. Go. Knees out. And last one. Take it down. Knees out. Up. Slow. Great job. Walk it in.
Hip circle, glute activation, might be throwing on them now.
Do we all have weak points?
Absolutely, freaking lutely.
And if we can work on the weak points, does it make our strong points better?
Absolutely.
Okay, so one of the things that Bryce has, and I notice a lot of people do this, is when they're squatting, their knees buckle in. And you know this now, training with me long enough, we're in such a crazy power position and also a safer position, and also it strengthens our knees up so much more by forcing them out and open. And at no point do they dive in. As we get older, you're gonna notice this with people. These little quirky things that you'll notice that people's knees start bending in more and more and more. The deterioration of those knees. And
or even more importantly for the younger athletes that weren't how to squat properly from the jump, most time weak groin, or yes, even hear this, weak back, are gonna make those knees cave in. So I think the principle that Mike would probably be screaming is go backwards to go forwards. We've seen so many guys in the Mecca that literally you'll take a plate or maybe even sometimes 2 plate off their squat, get their knees going out to where their glutes are flexed, and then before you know it, they're not just at 4 plates on each side, they're at 5 plates because they went backwards to go forward. So the details, we put the hip circle on B, and those were his best squats from all the previous sets. His knees didn't cave at all from one little trick. So Mark Bell, we love you, brother. Well, Mike loves you. I tolerate you. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Headband? Bringing back the 80s?
Well, you've got a huge head, so.
All right, we're gonna do a change up here. We're gonna try a little different squat. We're gonna go high bar squat.
Yep.
And we're gonna bring in the feet. So this would be more for you guys that do Olympic lifting or CrossFit. This is what this squat would be for. All right, Bryce. So you can see this is where his feet were for the first 2 squats. 3 squats actually. So now what we're gonna do is bring those feet in. Nice job, nice job. All right, knees are still gonna come out and go. Begin, knees open, knees open. You can still see that I'm making these come out. Again, up. Just give me 5. Bryce, go straight through this thing. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Take your time. Flex through. Alan, jump around here on the back. Watch where the bar is this time. Nice. Keep going. Couple more. Knees, everything. One more. No relaxing. Up. Walking in. Come here, Bryce. Turn around. Come right here. You can shoot right here. Okay, Garner, go low bar. Pick it up. So you can see where the bar is resting. It's on the rear delts and on the mid traps. This is where it is. Take it down. Now, put it on the traps and stand up. This is the second position. This is a high bar squat. This is more for bodybuilding or Olympic lifting. Nice job, B.
All right, not only did you change the bar positioning, you changed his feet.
Yep.
Toes were straight ahead. Heels were what, 6, 8 inches apart?
Right in that range.
All right, so thought process of the teaching for the foot placement as well as high bar.
Okay, the great thing here is this. There's all types of different squats, and I recommend doing all of them. That way you can keep your hips
In the
loose.
same day?
Not-
So would you
not
program what we just did in the traditional box squat with this narrow squat that we're getting ready to see?
Not in the same day.
Okay.
Not in the same day. My foundation is the power squat,
Yep.
which I just call the squat, and that was the first thing that we did. This is more of a quad dominant squat now. We put the bar up high, so that's going to take some of the glute and hamstrings out of it.
Right.
And you're going to notice this with Olympic lifters. When you watch Olympic lifters, front squats or high bar squats,
Yep.
and they're quad dominant, and their glutes and hamstrings,
Yep.
straight line. Then you watch bodybuilders that will also do high bar squats, and they got incredible quads. And then you go to powerlifters, and powerlifters, even if they're heavy or whatever it is, they got these round booties.
Yep.
Because that's where that power is coming from. And then the athletes are the same way. I don't care if you're a thin athlete playing wide receiver, they still got those booties.
Absolutely.
Because it's glute and hamstring. So let's mix it all together. Let's change it all up. All of them are great, used properly.
Absolutely. Think about this. When you go to a high bar squat, the leverage point on your back, if you were going to try to do what we would call a glute or a hamstring squat where Bryce's legs were wider, that high bar is going to leverage you forward and it's going to put a lot of strain and stress. So a high bar squat almost forces you to be more of a quad squat, which you just saw here. So if you were trying to be an athletic squatter like you see Mike in all his videos where his butt gets back, hamstrings and glutes are locked in a powerful position, high bar squat is not going to be the best position because it will leverage you forward in a way that's not going to be comfortable on your neck or really put you in a position to be strong with your hips, your glutes, and your hamstrings. So make sure your position of your bar is matching what you're trying to accomplish with your legs. If it's quad dominant, go ahead and set that sucker a little higher, high bar. If it's more of glute hamstring power squat that he calls it, then obviously a little lower so you can have a better leverage point for that weight on your back.
Nice.